Hello, Sag. It's Carrie at wooingnature.life. Hope everything is good for you. This is your reading for November 2019. Just focusing on being right at the pinnacle of the fall season. November is the pinnacle of the fall season. It is a Scorpio season. You know, Scorpios like to dig deep, so you might want to do some deep diving and some deep digging into your psyche, into your subconscious, kind of get into the dark a little bit and find out what's lurking in there for you, Sagittarius, if that seems like something that resonates with you. And when I say that, it doesn't mean, you know, a lot of times people associate the dark with evil and bad and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is going into your deeper self, finding out what might be hanging out. It might be some good stuff down in there, but it also might be some things that are holding you back, that are keeping you from pushing forward. You want to go and address those things that you have been in denial about, or address the issues, the deeper issues that may be still lurking or looming, or otherwise just, you know, hanging out in your subconscious, right? Because that's what Scorpio does. They get to the bottom line, they get to the truth, they get to what it is that's bothering you, what it is that's ailing you, whatever, and that would be good. If you didn't do any self-analysis and you didn't do any clearing out or anything like that during September and October, November is still a good time to do that. We're getting ready for the winter season. It's a good time to clear out your blood, your lymph, all of that kind of stuff. I said that last month, but if you didn't do it, you might want to do it this month. And to prepare your body, your mind, and your spirit for the winter that's coming ahead. That's the time when a lot of people deal with depression and stuff like that. You want to build up your energy going into the winter for as long as you can. If some of you are still in the areas of the world or the country that are still warm during this time in November, catch in a few more rays before we go into the winter and just kind of, you know, get your yang up. All right, so I am reading from Colette Baron Reed this month. I'm reading from her Wisdom of the Oracle, and then I'm going to follow up with the tarot and just do some clarification with that. I'm just pulling 3 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck that will resonate with my Scorpio. Oh, sorry, Sagittarius. I got stuck on Scorpio. I got stuck on the Scorpio season. For my Sagittarius people. Insight for Sagittarius for the month of November. Insight for Sagittarians during the month of November. Just wanted to make that clear. All right. All right, so what we have the Fates right out front, followed by Come to the Edge and a leg up. All right, so 3 areas here that need a little focus. All right, so fate is the substance of things. Faith, that's faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And fate is like the unseen too. It's like waiting for something to happen that is destined for you. I love this card because it's like she's pulling the stars out of the sky. And I always like to talk about people's star power, their star energy. And that's when you are really operating at your best and operating at your most at your highest frequency. And so the fates in this case to me just kind of resonate with me around what is fated, what is to come, what is it that you can't avoid or won't avoid, and whatever our fate is just that. It's the very thing that that aligns us. I mean, it's an alignment, basically, is what it is. All right, and then I've got Come to the Edge here, which implies to me that you need to not be so safe, that you shouldn't just rely on the things that you always knew or always felt comfortable or always felt like was, you know, the right thing to do, but you really have to come to a place where you're not as comfortable. It may not be as comfortable for you, but it is important for you. And Sagittarians, I know you all are not that afraid to come to the edge. You all like a little adventure. So this time is asking you to be just a little bit more adventurous during the month of November. And I think that being more adventurous, being a little more spontaneous, and also just allowing yourself to just go with what it is that you feel, go with the flow, and follow the thing that you love the most, and allow that to take you to the next phase in your life. I think that it's going to push up this this timing a little bit for you. And then on the last one, we have a leg up. So some of you guys may be needing some help, some assistance. You may need some moral support or something like that. Again, I'm getting the stars and this one as well. So in relationship to drawing in that which is waiting for you, you may need to ask for some help from time to time. I feel like I want to read from the book on number 36. I keep feeling like I need to go there, so I'm going to go there. Number 36 is Come to the Edge, so I'm going to read from that. All right, Come to the Edge says courage, taking a leap of faith, overcoming fear, and accepting risk. It says facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration and be ready for the next leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. So, yeah. I think that that's why I was led to do that. All right, so I'm going to move on right now for you Sagittarians into the tarot. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot for those of you who are interested in decks. We're just going to get a little clarity here on this reading for Sagittarians for the month of November. Looking for further clarity on the spread that's already on the table for Sagittarians for the month of November 2019. November 2019, Sagittarius. Clarify, please. All right, I'm seeing some worry and some stress going on here. Late nights, sleepless nights, lots of things on your mind. Yep, just like I was saying at the beginning, Scorpios, this is a Scorpio season, so it's time to delve in a little deeper and look at what's behind all of this. Okay, so if you're not sleeping and you're not resting and you're worried about stuff, then you have to take some time and really examine that and see what that's all about. That's what I was picking up at the very beginning in relation to you Sagittarians. It's stuff lurking in your subconscious that you need to deal with so that you can get the rest that you need. All right, here, this is the crown. This is the crown, your crown and glory right now, which is being clear, being very clear about what is happening around you. Again, I'm getting this in relationship to this. It's like coming into your truth, understanding your truth, honoring your truth. And in order for you to do that, you have to get to it first, right? This worryation, stress, and fear, and all that other kind of stuff that's going on is really just stuff that's in your head. It's in your head. And it's worryations and ruminations about things. Some of them you don't have any control over. All right, we've got the the hangman. I just want to be sure my finger was covered. This is the hangman. This is about letting go. Again, this is in relationship to all of this stuff. You have to release. You have to let go in November. Sagittarians, this goes right back to what I was saying before. There's something lurking in the subconscious for you. There's something down in there that needs to get a little bit of Scorpio examination during the month of November. You can't be afraid of yourself, Sagittarius. don't know why that's coming to me, but you can't be afraid of yourself. Because when you're afraid of yourself, you know, yourself is just going to come and scare you. It's going to come around. It's going to come around the side and say boo or something and scare the mess out of you, right? So it's no need in being afraid of it. And all of that is just, you know, for fun. It's you, you know. You are you, and everything that's with you is a part of you. So it's really no need in being, you know, all worked up, so to speak, about who you are. You got to be willing to see the fullness of who you are so that you can rise above all of it. I've got the King of Wands here that came in. I don't know if this is you or someone else, but it's a person with a lot of passion, a lot of imagination, someone who follows their passion. Sounds like you to me, Sagittarians, and this is like a wheel of fortune. A wheel of fortune here. So this represents change. Again, I think that I feel that with the fates here. There's a change in fate, or a change in action, or a change in something for you, Sagittarius. It's a change that's needed, and it's a change that will actually help you. So don't be afraid of it. All right, so we've got a Two of Cups, talking about a relationship here of some sort. Could be a relationship coming in, or it could also be like the ushering in of something positive that you've been looking for. We've got the Emperor, which is about order, setting a new order. That's going to happen after this change comes and after this fate business happens, this fated business happens. So like after you deal with this, this stuff, then you're going to start to see the wheel turning, and you're going to start to see the change happening. But after the change happens, then you're going to have to reset. You're going to have to get some new rules for yourself. Like, this is how I'm going to operate moving forward. I'm not going to do this, or, you know, in order for me to do this, I have to do this, you know, that kind of thing. So it's like putting a new order in your life and resetting your order. I'm getting the King of Swords too. So some of you guys, I don't know, this could be an encounter with somebody, or it could be a person coming through. The person's coming through to, okay, I'm getting that this is the leg up. This is the person that's going to come in to kind of help you in this regard, because you guys are accustomed to kind of following your passion, but right now you need to think through a few things. So this King of Swords, just be on the lookout for somebody that's coming in, somebody with a fair amount of authority or wisdom, or, you know, somebody that you trust, or it could be somebody that has experienced what you have already experienced, and they can kind of help you work through the details of your situation, or help you work through that a little bit. We got the Universe card coming up, which to me says is you're gonna have to use a lot of your faculties now. You're gonna have to, you know, it's gonna feel a little bit like you're stretched too thin, or that you know, you have to put your hands on a lot of things, but that's fine, because that's also ushering in the changes and the new things that you want to happen in your life right now. That fated thing that we were talking about, that's coming, that you're gonna have to then change your order and your order of thinking, and the way that you're thinking. Again, I feel like that person's going to help you do that. It looks like an ending of one thing and a beginning of another thing, but you'll be a little bit busy for a little while. You're going to have to like kind of get a handle on everything that's happening at the same time for you right now. The Prince of Wands says that this can happen very quickly for you. Again, you being a person that follows your passion, taking charge of your life, taking charge of the situation, then it can all move very quickly for you. You just don't want to get stuck. You just don't want to get stuck. Yeah, and then we're back to the Princess of Swords, which to me goes back to this, knowing your truth, understanding your truth, operating Princess brings you a message about that. It's saying like, be your full self, be your whole self. Don't hold back anything. You don't need to hold back anything. And you need to have a greater understanding of the deeper side of yourself. All right. Is there anything else for Sagittarius during the month of November? Anything else for Sagittarius month of November? Can we clarify this love, Two of Cups, please? Yeah, it's just saying that there's love trying to enter your life. There's somebody coming in, or it could be somebody you're already dealing with. It seems like a positive situation, Sagittarius. It doesn't seem like there's any negatives around that at all. So if you were having some kind of, I don't know, trepidation or wonderment about your relationship, or how your relationship is going, it looks very positive. It looks like the person reflects you very well. Most of this other reading is more or less about you being able to rise to this occasion and be your full self. And being your full self is going to probably invite this love energy in, because sometimes when we're looking for love, we have to love ourselves, or we have to understand ourselves and have a deeper appreciation for all of who we are. And then when that happens, then when the love, or when the person, or when the significant other presents themselves, even if it's somebody that you've been in a relationship already with, when they show themselves, it will make sense to you, like, oh, now I get it. Like maybe some of these things that you may have were having some difficulty in your relationship about, now that you've done the homework on your end, it kind of clears up the air for you, or clears out the fogginess that can sometimes happen in a relationship. Sometimes when we don't know ourselves very well, it's hard for us to be in a relationship with somebody else. So you got to take a chance. That's what this coming to the edge is about. You got to take a chance on yourself. You got to take a chance that when you get to this bottom line, that there's going to be love there for you. Sometimes we don't want to deal with this right here because we think, hey, somebody's not going to love us, or somebody's not going to like us, or somebody isn't going to understand us in the way that we want to be understood. And all we do is just keep repeating that cycle of not having an understanding, or having a situation where we're misunderstood or underrepresented or something like that. And who wants to have to deal with that all the time? That's not what you want to do. All right, just asking if there's anything else on this table that we need to deal with or understand. And I've got a couple of things here. I've got the Six of Swords and the Fool in reverse. When we're talking about this coming to the edge and being a little more spontaneous, you don't want to just do anything, Sagittarius. That's just like a little admonition, a little warning there. It's like, think through it. It's called I don't know, reasonable. You want to be reasonable about your adventures, right? But in other words, don't overspend, and or don't, like, I don't know, expend your energy with somebody that doesn't represent this right here. That kind of thing is what I'm getting from that for you, Sagittarius. Anything else for November? All right, we got some abundance rolling in for you. Some of you, again, do your homework, though. Your homework. Don't forget the homework. Don't forget the help. Don't forget the digging. Don't forget going into your inner psyche and see what's holding you back or holding you up. Don't forget to do about that. Don't forget to deal with that or do something about that. I hate when everything comes out at one time. And then I've got the Death and Rebirth here right along with the Empress card. So that just tells me that, again, putting an end to this right here, this is your homework. This is your homework for November. This is your homework for November. It's all about this for you, Sagittarians. You got to figure out what's bugging you, what's bothering you, and what's keeping you tossing and turning. Keeping your mind rolling. You got to get to this inner sanctum. You got to get all the way in, and when that happens, you're going to see some changes happening for yourself and in relationship to your significant other. All right, now that feels like a positive in the end result. So do your thing, do your homework. Don't skirt it. Don't try to, circumnavigate it or anything. You'll be glad you did. It may seem a little scary to begin with, but it's okay. You're going to be okay. And what you're going to find out is going to be really, really beneficial for you. I'm telling you that. So don't let fear get in your way, Sagittarius, when it comes to doing that soul searching that you need to do. All right, I hope you got something out of that. I hope that resonates with you. If it doesn't, or if you need to do a little deeper dive, go ahead and check me out. I am at Carrie at wooingnature.life. You can also go to the website, wooingnature.life, and see what other services are available. And if there's other services that you need, please don't hesitate to reach out. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great November, and I hope you're having a wonderful life.